जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago, Illinois.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Go ahead, Manjari Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjari Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjalila Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and Gauranga. This is Harita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Radha Priyari Devidasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my pranam. My pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to assembled devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all assembled devotees. This is Balaram Nitai from Los Angeles, California.
Hare Krishna, Balaram Nitai Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Okay, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have His Grace Satyananda Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 8.5.47 verse. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Sundarangi Radha Mataji for the brief introduction on Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Here is a brief introduction of today's speaker. His Grace Satyananda Prabhu. We are so fortunate to have him in our call today. Satyananda Prabhu holds a bachelor degree in civil engineer and later realized the importance of spiritual practices and with a desire to serve the Lord and the humanity. He took up the order of monkhood in 2008. After the initial training at ISKCON Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, Chowpatty, Mumbai, he decided to join the monastery at ISKCON Chowpatty, Sri Radha Gopinath Temple, and thereafter he displayed his repertoire of skills involving himself in areas like youth services, construction, event management, outreach, Sastric education, and teaching. He is also a part of management body of ISKCON Chowpatty Temple. He is also the core member of youth services. He is also a spiritual teacher at Gopal's Garden School. Prabhuji also has conducted varieties of seminars and courses in various colleges and institutions to help build the character and competence and life skills. This was the brief introduction about Prabhuji. All glories to Prabhuji's all wonderful services. Hare Krishna. Pranam Mother. Thank you. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All
Hare
glories to
Krishna. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your time and association in this Bhakti Sangha conference call. We are really fortunate to hear from you today on this topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today's verse is 8.5.47, Prabhuji. Over to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I'm very grateful. Today you are supposed to get the nectar from Gauravilas Prabhu, but somehow or other he got engaged in some other service. So he just asked me to do some needful for this. So we'll begin with the prayers and then we'll continue our discussion on the words given. It's 8.5.47. Prayers of Lord Brahma is going on here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraya. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नष्टकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, would like to welcome you all. Thank you for joining today. Today we are reading from Canto 8, Chapter 5, entitled as The Demigods Appeal to the Lord. And we are reading today text number 47. So, I'll just read the shloka, purport and translation. Kleshaburi alpasarani karmani vipalani va dehinam vishayartanam na tathaivarpitam tvai. So translation of this shloka is, karmis are always anxious to accumulate wealth for their sense gratification. But for that purpose, they must work very hard. Yet, even though they work hard, the results are not satisfying. Indeed, sometimes their work results only in frustration. But the devotees who have dedicated their lives to the service of the Lord can achieve substantial results without working very hard. These results exceed the devotees' expectations. Purport: we can practically see how the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the service of the Lord in the Krishna consciousness movement are getting immense opportunities for the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead without working very hard. The Krishna consciousness movement actually started with only 40 rupees, but now it has more than 40 crores worth of property. And all this opulence has been achieved within 8 or 10 years. No karmi can expect to improve his business so swiftly. And besides that, whatever a karmi acquires is temporary and sometimes frustrating. In Krishna consciousness, however, everything is encouraging and improving. The Krishna consciousness movement is not very popular with the karmis because this movement recommends that one refrain from illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. These are the restrictions that karmis very much dislike. Nonetheless, in the presence of so many enemies, this movement is progressing, going forward without impediments. If the devotees continue to spread this movement, dedicating life and soul to the lotus feet of Krishna, no one will be able to check it. The movement will go forward without limits. Chant Hare Krishna. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripa tamaham vande Sri Guru Deenatarinam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam Asaduna Sadutadain Atini Chochatakara Hanamumcha Kadachin Premnamat Kantavespuran. Hare Krishna. So, this very interesting chapter of demigods, all the devatas appealing to the Lord is very interesting. And it gives a lot of deep realization in Krishna consciousness. Because how we are almost at the end of this chapter, 47th verse, and after 3 shloka, the chapter will get over. So I'll just give a brief description from the beginning, what exactly happened, why this shloka is coming over here, and then we'll discuss today's shloka. So as you must have heard from the previous speakers, that this 8th canto, where Shukdev Goswami is discussing about activities of the Lord in various manvantaras. So the first one, what already first 2-3 manvantaras has been explained by him, and in this manvantara he was talking who is in different manvantaras, which are the demigods, which are the sages, and which incarnations or which avatar Lord has taken in those. So as he was explaining in the he says that in the 6th manvantara, where Lord has taken the form of Ajita, and he was the son of Deva Sambhuta and Vairaja. So these were his parents, Deva Sambhuta, and Vairaj was his parent, and he took the form of Ajita. And again he said that in the next shloka he spoke that Payodhiyena nirmathya suranam sadita sudha brahmamanom dhrita kurma rupena mandara. So he says that Bhagwan Ajit has also taken in this form, the form of means in this manvantara, in the 6th manvantara, Lord Ajita has taken the form of a tortoise, and he also performed he also performed nirmathya. Payodhim means a great ocean, the ocean of milk, where ocean of milk was he nirmatya, he actually went and did churning of it. So, and how he did it? In various forms. Kurma rupena mandara means not only just Ajita, he also took the form of Kurmade, he also took form of the Mohini, he also took form of Ajita with the 1,000 heads, 1,000 hands. So this created interest in the heart of Parikshit Maharaj. So he was quite intrigued about why Lord has to take the form of a tortoise. Who would like to become a aquatic? Who would like to become an animal in the water? So that was his question. What was that reason which inspired Lord to take the form of an aquatic, a tortoise? So Maharaj Parikshit begs to Shukdev Goswami, saying that please, oh Shukdev Goswami, I would like to hear Yathamritam Sure Praptam Kinchanyad Bhavastatah Etad Bhagavatah Karma Vadasva Paramadbhutam. So Paramadbhutam Vadasva Karma. So this different incarnation of the Lord, these different pastimes of the Lord performed, or different forms of the Lord which he took to perform this great activity of churning of ocean, I would like to hear those things. Tvaya sankatyamānena mahiman satvatam pate Nati tripyati me chittam suchiram tapitam. So, here Parikshit Maharaja's mood is coming forward. Means you can dive deep into the heart of Parikshit Maharaj and we can understand his eagerness to hear about the pastimes and the glories of the Lord. So here he says that Toya Sankhatya Manena Mahinamam Satvatam Pate Nati Tripyati Me Chittam. Oh dear Sukdev Goswami, please narrate this pastime to me. Because these pastimes of the Lord, they have satisfied me to the heart. Till today, means in his life, Sukdev Goswami, just see the Sukdev Goswami's humility here. Me chittam suchiram tapitam. Oh dear Sukdev Goswami, oh my spiritual master, I have suffered in this world miserably. Tapitam. I have always been inflicted with the pain. And nothing has satisfied me in this world. What has satisfied me? The narrations, what you are doing here about the Supreme Personality of God and specifically of Lord Vishnu's pastimes, what you are describing, they are giving me unlimited satisfaction. These are the words of Parikshit Maharaj. This is the humility of Parikshit Maharaj. This is the eagerness of Parikshit Maharaj. Nati trupyati me chittam. And just understand who is Parikshit Maharaj after all. Parikshit Maharaj is the emperor of whole planet. Planet Earth was under his sojourn. He was the person who subdued Kali with his power. He is the person whom Lord Krishna personally protected in the womb of his mother, whom Lord Krishna has given darshan before he took birth. And his grandparents were so dear to Lord Krishna. He has inherited that devotion and that love for Krishna and Krishna's grace. And what he is saying, that without the Krishna Katha, my life was waste. I was just experiencing three tap, Trividha tap, Adhyatmik, Adibhautik and Adidaivik. Tapitam. That was his mood, to hear about Krishna. And we will not be able to relish Krishna consciousness, we will not be able to relish Krishna Katha unless we are convinced that material life is full of miseries, full of unlimited dukkha. As long as we keep imagining that there is a joy in material life, till that time, Krishna consciousness will be boring. Here clearly Shukdev Goswami is saying that till today, tapitam, till I met you, I was just experiencing miseries. And whose glories he wants to hear? Satvatam Pate, means about that person who is worshipped by the Satvatam. Satvatam are those devotees who are Satvatam, if you just focus on this word Satvatam, Satvatam means the people who are always engaged in a Sat. They are Satvatam. Satvatam, Sat. Sat means eternal. Sat means Krishna. So, and those who have given up their connection with the Asat means temporary. Those who have given the glamour and razzle dazzle of this material illusion, they are the Satvatam Pate. And those who are engaged in the Guna, Rupa, Leela of the Supreme Person, Lord Krishna, they are the people, Satvatam. And those people are always focusing on these aspects of hearing, chanting, and glorifying the Lord. So those devotees always engage themselves in the service of the Lord. So we can understand that here how Parikshit Maharaj is engaged and very much interested in hearing about Lord Krishna. So, and he is also praying, please, I want to hear. So when do you want to drink water? When you feel thirsty. And when you would like to hear about Krishna, when you feel thirst for Krishna. And that thirst can only come when we give up the material thirst for enjoyment and control. That thirst will not come. And this is what we learn from Parikshit Maharaj, that he was emperor. And here in this shloka also, Brahmaji is praying that karmis, they work very hard to acquire. But that acquisition, yam yam arthe upadatte dukhe na sukhe tave tam tam dhunoti bhagavan puman sauchati yat krite. So this is the shlok spoken by Lord Kapila in the 3rd canto, where he gives a detailed explanation about what karmi is. Yam yam arthe upadatte. Material life has only 2 activities. You might say, Prabhuji, we do so many activities. People are performing millions and millions of activities. And you are saying only 2? Yes. The purpose of millions of activities is only, Kapil Dev has capsulated in 2 things. What are those 2 things? Yam yam arthe upadatte dukkhena sukhe tave. All the materialistic in this world are engaged in these 2 activities. First, how to drive away miseries from the life. There are various kinds of miseries or difficulties or problems people face. How to drive them away. And the second one is how to acquire happiness. These are the only 2 purposes of all the activities happening in this world or in this material world. How to drive away unhappiness and how to bring happiness. What is the purpose of all the devatas here? To drive away their miseries and bring happiness in their life. Yam yam arthe upadatte dukkhena sukhe tave. All our relationships, all our endeavors ends into this twofold activity, twofold purpose. And what is that twofold purpose? Acquiring happiness and driving away unhappiness. But Kapil Dev says, tam tam dhunoti bhagwan puman sauchati yat krite. So what is the end result for a karmi or a materialistic person? Tam tam dhunoti, all his endeavors, all his plans, everything is destroyed. Tam tam dhunoti means each and every endeavor by the powerful time in this world. Tam tam dhunoti Bhagavan. Bhagwan here refers to time, kala. Tam tam dhunoti Bhagwan puman sauchati yat krite. And puman means living entity keeps lamenting. And materialistic people or materialistic life is full of lamentation. Every time people think, if I could have done something else, I would have done that job, I would have made that relationship, I would have purchased that phone, that gadget. Every time I would have done that, would have been better. That was the end result of all our endeavors to drive away unhappiness and bring happiness in life. One time, one person met me and told me, generally, sometimes people say, Prabhuji, just if I would have just waited for a day or two or a week, I would have got a very nice mobile model. Because I purchased that mobile phone and just next day or next week, the new model came with so many features and less money. I just purchased last week. Oh, just waited for 1 week or 1 day, I would have got better model. Another time one person said, Prabhuji, I would have waited for just 1 week. And he was married and he was saying this. And Prabhuji, I would have waited just 1 week. I would have got better proposal, better model. So means in all our endeavors, we keep thinking, if I would have just waited for 1 day, 1 week, or I would have done something else. Engineers thinks I would have become doctor, that would have been better. Or sometimes those who are working, they say, if I would have been doing business, that would have been better. And those who do business, they think I would have been doing jobs and would have earned properly. Means every endeavor, whatever we, or sometimes relationships, I would have, if I could have got a better relationship, I would have been happy. Tam tam dhunoti Bhagwan puman sauchati yat krite. So in this way, Shukdev Goswami begins the narration of Samudra Manthan. What happened? What led that Leela to take place? So then he gives a brief, I'll just give a brief understanding. So he says, one time, Lord Indra offended Durvasa Muni. And because of that offense towards Durvasa Muni, they had to vacate the Swargaloka, the heavenly planets. All the Devatas had to vacate Swargaloka. And there, I remember in that purport, Prabhupada writes that one must be very, very careful about offense towards great personality, because it has a ripple effect. Who performed offense? Only Indradev performed offense. Who disrespected the sage? Indra disrespected the sage. But its ripple effect was all the Devatas had to suffer for that effect. So Vaishnava offense, or the offense towards great personality, is very serious. I mean, many times material opulences blind us. Dhritarashtra, Dhritarashtra was not only physically blind, but he was also blind with attachment towards material opulence or material control. And when people become blind with various things, then they do not recognize the greatness of the sages or devotees of the Lord. So one must be very, very careful regarding this offense towards great personality. And then they realize, all the devatas, they realize that actually we have fallen in a very big mess. It's very difficult to come out on our own strength. So let us take a help of a great personality. So here is another lesson. Some problems, some difficulties, although devatas are so powerful, devatas are great controllers of this universe, and especially Indradev. Indradev is the only person who is the real controller of this material world, because all other planets, all devatas and all sages, they are engaged in their own activities, but the real control is with Lord Indra. So such powerful, means they tried how to get rid of this problem of Vaishnava offense, but they were unable, they were not able to solve that problem. So when such calamities come in our life, or when we find there is no solution to our problem, we must approach someone connected to the Lord, someone who can help us. One should not shy away to hide the difficulties. So here, one good thing with devatas were that they realized, Lord Indra realized his mistake, and also realized that although he is powerful, he is not powerful. Means materially he was powerful, but to solve this spiritual problem, he is incapable. It's very, very interesting and very instructing pastime over there. So we all must remember, recently we performed Jagannath Rath Yatra, and in Chaitanya Charitamrit there is a very beautiful understanding and beautiful pastime is explained of Prataprudra Maharaj. Prataprudra Maharaj he requested Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that please, oh my lord, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, because he was his guru, he said, please, I request to you, please arrange a meeting with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya went and told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that this king of Orissa, Gajapati, he wants to meet you. Is that meeting possible? Lord Chaitanya became really very angry. He said, if you ask me again, I will leave Jagannath Puri and go to Alarnath. Because king equal to sense gratification, Vishayi. So I don't have to do, I don't have any business with Vishayi. So I don't want to meet him. And if you ask me, then I will leave this place. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu flatly rejects the proposal of the Maharaj Prataprudra, that king who was so powerful of that time, means Orissa was the state where Prataprudra Maharaj was ruling. That place was not conquered by any Mughal kings. So means that time all other states were ruled by Mughals or other Yavana kings. But Orissa was the place. Means you must understand how powerful Prataprudra by his army powers and control. So now here, when he wanted to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was requesting, and his request was rejected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But what did he do? He really felt unqualified, that I am really unqualified. But he did not give up his resolve to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or he did not become angry or arrogant or rebellious, saying that if I am a king of this place, you are staying in my country and you are rejecting my proposal, I will meet you forcefully. Look at my power. No, that was not the mood of Maharaj Prataprudra. Maharaj Prataprudra, okay, it got rejected. He sent another letter to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and he told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that if Lord doesn't meet me, then I will give up my kingdom and I will become beggar, and then I will receive mercy. And he was serious about it. It was not just a joke. And seeing this resolve, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was thinking what to do, how to help, how to get two people come together. Then Prataprudra Maharaj wrote in that letter, also asks all the devotees of the Lord to beg to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he can meet me and give his blessings. He can shower his krupa on me. So he realized, Prataprudra Maharaj realized that Bhakta Shakti is more than my Bala Shakti. Bal, Sainya Bal, and I mean military power is very, very small. My all other intellectual power, means people have a different powers. Those all power fails in front of Lord. Only which power works? Bhakta power. The devotees bhakti bal, that works in front of Lord. So Prataprudra Maharaj realized. I would like to also make one more important point, that there are various powers, as I was talking. So there is a Kshatrabal. Kshatrabal means Kshatriya power. Kshatriya are really powerful people, and they can rule, they can control effortlessly. So in the episode of Vishwamitra and Vashishta, so before Vishwamitra became sage, he was a king, and he was ruling all over the planet. And one time he happened to meet Vashishta Muni, and seeing the Vashishta's Kamdhenu, so he developed a greed to acquire that. But Vashishta said, this is the only possession I have which helps me in performing yajna, so I cannot give it to you. So Vishwamitra Muni, he wanted to acquire it forcefully. But in front of Vashishta's Brahma Shakti, Brahma Bal, because Vashishta was a Brahmana. So Vishwamitra Muni's Shastra Bal became nullified. So in this story, the Brahma Shakti, a power of a Brahma Bal, is been established. And therefore Vishwamitra Muni wanted to become Brahma Rishi. Because he realized, although I have such a big military power, so many weaponry power, so many mantra power, but it is useless in front of Brahmana's Shakti. So in that episode, the power of Brahma Tej has been explained. And therefore Vishwamitra Muni wanted to become a Brahmarshi. We come to the Bhagavatam, which it will be explained in the future canto. There is a story of our Durvasa Muni and Ambrish Maharaj. So in this story, Durvasa Muni is utilizing his Brahma Tej, because he is also a Brahmarshi. And against whom he is using? Maharaj Ambrish. So with his Brahma Tej, with his unlimited powers of a Brahmana, all those powers failed in front of Ambrish Maharaja's Bhakti Shakti, Bhakti Bal. So much so that Durvasa Muni went everywhere to protect himself, but he failed miserably. He went to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu said, even I am powerless in front of the devotion of my devotees. So just think, Durvasa Muni is meeting Lord Vishnu. He is in Vaikuntha. And in that Vaikuntha, he is miserable. In front of Lord Vishnu, he is miserable. Why? Because offense to the devotee. So the place which we generally call Vaikuntha, means where there no misery exists, there no problem exists, that can be also become problematic if a Vaishnava offense has been done. Even Lord becomes powerless in front of that. And then that Durvasa Muni realized the power of devotee, and then he comes back and beg forgiveness from Ambrish Maharaj. And then Ambrish Maharaj pleased to the Lord, and then he gets relieved. So the point here I'm making is, Prataprudra Maharaj realized that my power is useless. In front of the Lord, all my powers are useless. Which power works very effectively and efficiently is power of a devotee. And that when devotee goes and begs to the Lord, and various devotees make requests to the Lord, and then Lord happily, and then there is a detailed pastime. It's very interesting pastime. But the point here I'm making is that the power of Devatas has also become nullified, because there was offense towards a great sage. That what here, and then they go to rectify this. Now how to do, what to do? Then they go to their you can say teacher, and first person of this universe is Lord Brahma. And the Lord Brahma realizes that, oh, these Devatas, they have done a great mistake, but now they are repentant about that mistake. And also it is not good for the universe if Asura rules the whole planet. Why? This precarious condition, what is Brahmaji's concern? This is the nature of the great soul, that they are always thinking about the welfare of the world. welfare of others. That is the nature of a great personality. So Brahmaji understands, he is concerned about the whole world, that the whole world has caught into precarious condition. And what is that? That these demons, basically when countries or the planets are ruled by sense gratifiers, then they throw their subjects into miserable condition. So asuras are ruling the world now. And second, such people are not interested into any welfare activities. Welfare activities, what does it mean? The welfare activities for the world is engaging people in the service of the Lord. That is the greatest welfare activity. So when asura rules or when demoniac people rules, they don't want people to engage in devotional activities or in the service of the Lord. So that was the concern of Lord Brahma. And there he also saw the precarious condition of all the devatas. So now he takes up this matter, and then they all go to on the bank of Sagar, and there Lord Brahmaji starts offering all these prayers. Then so a few of the prayers where he is explaining. I'll just take that one, and then so Brahmaji says that nayasya vadho na charakshano yopi no pakshiniya daraniya pakshah tathapi sargastitim samyartha dhatte rajas sattva tamassi kale. That, oh my Lord, we are taking your shelter, and to maintain this material world, you have taken unlimited avatar, unlimited forms. And there he says, Tasmat Brajam Sharanam Jagat Gurum. So he also says that, oh Lord, you are very much favorable towards the devotees. And you always favor them because they are engaged in your service. And then he goes ahead saying that various ways, means you must have in this Sangha, this glories or the prayers of Lord Brahmaji must have been discussed in detail. So various things he talks about, that about Lord's form and Lord's blessings, how this world functions, and then what Lord takes part, how Lord takes part in this world. And then finally he comes to this shloka which we are discussing today. So can you guess, this is a very interesting purport. What about whom Prabhupada is talking in this purport? If anyone can just if you have heard or if you have read this purport, means nowhere Prabhupada has done this in one or two purport, and this is one of that. Anybody notice that point? Okay, actually in this purport Prabhupada is talking about himself. He is giving his own example for proving this point, that how if someone engages himself in Krishna conscious activity or in the service of the Lord, then what miracles can happen. And that is what this purport is all about. Hai. One time a devotee, a person, Prabhupada was in Bombay, and someone asked him, Swamiji, how did you make this movement? He was saying the same thing, that I established this Hare Krishna movement worth 40 crore. And so the person was saying, how did you do that? So Prabhupada said, हम गया, हरे कृष्णा किया, और ये सब कुछ हो गया. Means what did he say? I went, I chanted Hare Krishna, and then this all took place. So a very important understanding over here, that if someone is taking up the responsibility of the Lord, you know, what that responsibility is. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya says that I have so many fruits, and that fruits is fruit of devotion and fruit of Vaikuntha, of Golok Vrindavan. And these people are suffering. How many I can distribute? So anyone who helps distributing this fruit of devotion, Lord is ready to bless him. The prophecy of Lord Chaitanya and having the faith in that prophecy. What was that prophecy? Prithviyata ache nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hoiba mor naam. So this prophecy was done by Lord Chaitanya, that in future the holy name will be chanted in all corners of the world. That was the responsibility taken by our acharyas. And anyone who has taken that responsibility is shouldering the Lord's responsibility. Lord has blessed that person immensely, beyond imagination. And here that what Prabhupada writes, these results exceed the devotees' expectations. Means about whom Lord Prabhupada is talking? About himself. If we see, Prabhupada was following the instruction of his spiritual master. And he went there, he was having two things with him. What was that? One was faith in the holy name, and second was Bhagavatam. And he had a faith in the Lord's plan. That was very interesting. In Jalduta diary, when he reached Boston, there he wrote that poem, that famous poem, and where he says that, I don't know, my Lord, why did you bring me here? But I am sure you must have a great plan for me. Means he was not clear that why Lord had brought him there, but he had a faith that there must be something good you have brought me here. So that faith in the Lord's plan, faith in the process, the Harinam, and faith in the scripture is Srimad Bhagavatam. That was the key for such a miraculous movement appearing in this world. From 40 rupees, Prabhupada made 40 crores. And he also says within 8 or 10 years. And that is the principle of devotional service. A dedicated person means Karmi works for his sense gratification, and he really works very hard. In the 7th canto, we understand that how many years Hiranyakashipu performed tapasya? 10,000 celestial years. He performed tapasya to acquire whole control in the universe. Ekaraad vishayan priyan yathopi josham bhunjano na triped ajitendriya. Hiranyakashipu had acquired so much power that each and every devata was under his control. But still, he was not satisfied. And moreover, here Prabhupada is writing, it is temporary and resulting into frustration. So Hiranyakashipu was, Prabhupada also writes somewhere that he was the greatest sense gratifier, Karmi. How means he performed 10,000 years tapasya. And how long he ruled? How long he enjoyed that control? Only 5 years. Because Prahlad Maharaj was 5 years old. So means 10,000 years of tapasya, 5 years of control. Where is the effort and the result? The ratio. And if you take an example of Prahlad Maharaj, he was 5-year-old, engaged in the devotion, having faith in the Lord, in the instructions of his spiritual master, Narad Muni. And Lord blesses him. Prahlad, you will have to rule for thousands and thousands of years. Effort and result ratio. Hiranyakashipu worked 10,000 years to acquire sense gratification, but failed, frustrated. Prahlad Maharaj performed devotion. Means he continued performing. It's not that after getting that. And that was not his thought also. When Narasimhadev asks him, Prahlad, you ask me anything, I am happy to give you. Prahlad Maharaj says, hey, Lord, I am not a businessman to have a dealings with you. I am just be your servant. And Lord said, Prahlad, you have pleased me, and I am giving you this whole universe to rule. So this is what we understand, that devotion to the Lord reaps unlimited benefits. And that's what Prabhupada is saying. If instead of working hard for sense gratification, if we work hard to serve the Lord, then results will be miraculous and satisfying. So we are coming to the end. It's already 5:50. I would like to stop here. I'll just summarize what we have discussed today. We discussed the eagerness of Parikshit Maharaj in the beginning of this chapter. As we are coming to the end of this chapter, in the beginning he was eager to hear about Krishna. Although he was a emperor of this world, he was in the service of the Lord, but still his eagerness continued till last breath of his life. Then we discussed about the 6th Manvantar, what happened, that how Lord Indra, because of blinding opulences blinded him, and he disrespected the sage. And there we discussed that there is a Shatra Shakti, there is a Brahma Shakti, and there is a Bhakti Shakti. So Bhakti Shakti or Bhakta Shakti, the power of devotees and the power of devotion, is powerful than any power in this world. And we discussed the Pratap Maharaja's example also there. And finally, we discussed in this session, in the last session, last section of the class, is how Prabhupada in this purport is talking about his own example. He has not written his name, but a sharp devotee will understand. Yeah, it's Prabhupada. Means where he writes, we can practically see how the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness movement are getting immense opportunity for the service of the personality of Godhead without working very hard. And also he writes here, that we began, actually started with only 40 rupees, but now it has more than 40 crores worth of property. So Prabhupada is that devotee. And how a materialistic person get frustrated. We discussed about Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaja's example. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. So it's a 5:50 IST.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very, very detailed, wonderful session that you gave so many examples for each and every line of the purport, and very nicely you made us identify that this purport is Srila Prabhupada speaking about himself, how Krishna used his life and faith in bringing up this Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Ultimately, the faith that we have in Krishna and Krishna consciousness and sadhus, that is what is helping us and giving so many opportunity to please Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this convincing class and very encouraging inspiration and explanation, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Dear devotees, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, then Pranam. Myself, Pooja Arora from Haridwar.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
my question is then that how can we develop the taste in the chanting? Though I have attended so many lectures regarding chanting, but still, I mean, I'm uh, I'm I'm a beginner from since so many years. I just want to develop the taste in chanting. This is my question. Maybe you got
I got it.
what I.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
My pranam to your sincerity that you are so eager to develop taste for chanting in Krishna, holy name of the Lord. Devotees, basically, we cannot force devotion. We cannot force taste in devotion. But we can dedicate ourselves. And that dedication, if Krishna sees, in our hand, we must realize that we are very insignificant. In our hand, we have endeavors. And if Krishna is pleased, then he gives the taste. It's not that we force that taste. We show our endeavors. Krishna, I'm sincere about my chanting. I'm sincere about following principles. I'm sincere about association. So when we show this sincerity to the Lord, then Lord gives that blessings to have a taste in the holy name. It's not that otherwise what will happen? Then I become proud that I developed the taste. I got this. That mood is against the mood of devotional service and against the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Devotees are always dependent on developing anything on the Lord. So whenever Lord blesses that devotee, seeing his sincere efforts, then that taste in hearing, taste in reading, chanting, that develops. Meanwhile, we show our endeavors that Krishna, yes, I am sincere about each and everything. And how do you understand you have developed taste? That is also interesting. So when we feel enthusiastic to do activities in Krishna consciousness, that time you should understand that you have developed the taste. When you are eager to chant, when you are eager to hear, when you are eager to serve, those symptoms is the symptoms of taste. And we go through so many challenges in devotional service. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in Madhurya Kadamini that when we go through those obstacles, then the ruchi in the holy name develops. Till that time, we have to show our endeavors to Krishna. Rup Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, he gives a very interesting analogy that Pitopatab taraprasanasya narochikano sadhvi kramad bhavati tadgad moola hantri. That just like a person who is afflicted by the jaundice cannot taste the very sweet sugarcane juice. Similarly, when we are afflicted by the bhavarok, we will not be able to taste the holy name of the Lord. And for that, what we have to do? Just like if you want to get rid of jaundice, the medicine is sugarcane juice. So similarly, we are afflicted with this bhavarog, material infection. So the remedy is chanting the holy name of the Lord. As we continue Anudinam, Rup Goswami writes there and says that a devotee is endeavoring sincerely. Anudinam is every day. So definitely in very soon he will develop taste for chanting the holy name of the Lord. Lord will bless him that endeavor. So that is what we understand in Krishna consciousness, Mataji. I hope this answers your question.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
So we all are struggling. We all are struggling to develop taste, but we are sincere to show our endeavors. And Prabhupada said it will take, means 40 years to develop taste for chanting the holy name.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we are not after taste. We are after following the instructions of spiritual master and Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, you chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles. Whether we develop taste or not, he said, definitely Krishna will take care. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I'm doing chanting, but it's manually I am doing. That is the problem, Prabhuji.
I'm not able to see. I did not get who is asking this question. Same Mataji is asking. Puja Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Okay. So then, Mataji, if we are realizing I am doing mechanical chanting, so you pray to the Lord, please. Actually, take me out of this mechanical chanting. So when we become humble in chanting, and Bhurijan Prabhu writes in his Japa book, and I would recommend if you are really going through such problem, you read that book. It's very nice book, where he says he gives various keys to develop taste for chanting the holy name of the Lord. And one key, he says that when we see that my chanting is not, means I cannot force to get taste in my chanting. So I really become humble. Humility is not developed, humility is forced. So when we realize, even after so much of endeavor, even after all these efforts, I am not able to chant. So then we become humble and go in front of Lord and cry, Lord, I'm trying so hard, but I'm not developing the taste. And Lord sees that, oh, humility is the key to develop taste. So then he also realized, oh, this devotee has realized that on his own he cannot develop the taste for chanting. So then he releases his blessings to develop taste. Okay, Mataji? So that mechanical chanting becomes the then devotional chanting. Hare Krishna. So there are
thank you so much,
hands.
Prabhu.
So
thank you, Mataji.
Next I request. Yes,
Prabhu.
do we have a time?
We have time, Prabhu, but do you have time, Prabhu? How much
I'll
time
take
you have, Prabhu?
one more question. I'll take.
Okay, Prabhuji.
You
So
decide
last
whom.
yeah. Next person was actually Balaram Nitai Prabhu. Please, you can ask question, Prabhu.
Dandavatana to all the devotees.
Mataji, only question probably you can ask Radha Jyoti Devidasi. She was also in the line, right? Is it okay?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. I saw Balaram Nitai Prabhu asked, I raised the hand first, so I just gave you the chance. You can go ahead, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay. Prabhuji, appreciate your excellent class today. Well, you were talking about this, and also I had in Gaura Lila, the mood of Vasudeva Datta, where Vasudeva Datta so humbly you want to take all the
sins of the people.
Yes. Could you tell us a little more about that?
He is the incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. Lord Chaitanya says that he requested the Lord that people are suffering in this world so much, and I cannot bear that there is a nectar available and they are drinking gutter water. Nectar of Krishna consciousness is available. They can go back to Godhead drinking that nectar, but people are drinking gutter water. So he's saying that, and that gutter water of sense gratification. So they're suffering. But as a great devotee, as I told you in my class, the nature of a great devotee is that paradukha dukhi. They become distressed. They become unhappy seeing others' unhappiness. The materialistic people become happy seeing others' unhappiness. But the devotee becomes distressed, unhappy seeing others suffering. So Vasudeva Datta felt that, Lord, if they are suffering for their karmas in this world, so let all karmas come to me. I will suffer on their behalf. But I cannot tolerate their suffering. Let them get back to Godhead. And then Lord Chaitanya became so happy that you are Prahlad Maharaj and you are also experiencing the pain. You want to take that pain. You want to relieve everyone from that suffering. And then that purport Prabhupada writes that this is the mood of a devotee. Actually, Jesus Christ, he writes, Jesus Christ died, means for his people. But Vasudeva Datta's greatness is so much that he is not discriminating whether he is Christian, whether it is Muslim, whether it is any other caste. He is asking everyone's sin of this world should come to me and let them get liberated. So this is the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. That Gaudiya Vaishnava cannot tolerate others' suffering. And therefore, they try to give Krishna consciousness as much as their energy allows, and beyond that energy also.
Yeah.
So this is what
and corollary from.
I could not hear you, Prabhuji.
Sorry, corollary from there, and also Prabhupada requested before he passed, before he's leaving this world, that he wanted all the devotees to work together. Right? There should be some corollary there. Prabhupada's mood was also that if every devotee has that compassion, it is easy to work together because we're all working for Lord's pleasure, right?
Right. Yes, that we all have to understand and take this thing ahead and give Krishna consciousness to the suffering living entities in this world. Cooperative efforts. Is that fine, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, good. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
This mood will go beyond suffering endeavor in Krishna. I guess.
We are instrument of compassion. We should we might not have compassion, but we can become the instrument of compassion. And our spiritual master, prominent Shiksha Guru Srila Prabhupada, so he's that carrying that compassion. So much suffering he went through to give this Krishna consciousness. Actually, he's writing here that a devotee did not work. Here he is writing in this purport that devotees who have dedicated, so they reap the results very quickly. But we can see Prabhupada really worked very hard. Means 40 years he was going through so many crises and doing so many activities to preach this Krishna consciousness movement. It's not that he did not work very hard. He really worked very hard. He went through so much of suffering. So that compassion he was carrying in his heart. And when you have a compassion, then only you do not get budged with the onslaughts of material nature or suffering. And therefore he is writing, there are so many enemies trying to stop this movement, but it is not happening. Yes, there will be so many enemies. Today also, there are so many enemies. But if we remain strict with our sadhana and we follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, then definitely it will continue to flourish. Is that fine, Prabhupada? I think.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Satyananda Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming on the call and giving your class, Prabhuji. Very nice, with a very short notice you came and you gave the class, and it was really wonderful, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice, purports you read every time and you share with us. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please come on the call.
Thank you. I could not serve you previously. There are so many other things. But today, some or other, I could make it.
It's all Krishna's arrangement, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We'll pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, His Grace Satyananda Prabhuji ki jai.